Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Chum here, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video. Today, as you guys can see, we have a brand new mini box, Empire of Scarlet here, and today we're going to jump right into it and have some fun. Now, if you guys can't tell by the name of this box, it's very similar in a way to, what was it called? Crimson Kingdom, in the sense that it's a red themed box and it has vampire cards, and that is kind of what I am most excited about picking up for this video. We have a bunch of really cool cards here. I think we'll just go through and open some packs, and then we'll see how we go, and hopefully we'll get lucky, because I do want to build vampire cards at the very least. And this boy, we're going to leave him on the side, because I believe we can pull him. I'm thinking of going through at the least 3,000 gems. I might hold off more, though, because I don't want to use up all of my gems for the box. We'll see what happens. Either way, let's jump into it with our first set of 10 packs. Let's see if we can get something good. I might even do a $2.99 purchase. I might just kind of go plus ultra and buy a few packs. We'll see how it goes. Let's see. I mean, I do have a cover card curse when I buy a real card, so hopefully I'll have cover card curse in this game too. So we have Insector, and if you guys don't know, Insectors are coming to this game, and I don't believe they have their best support. Like, they're here, but they're not as good as they can be. But I'm keen to give those cards a go as well. Vampire's Domain, that's going to be a good card for us. And we have Insector Sword, Excalibur. I'm assuming that's like an Excalibur variant for them. Then still no supers. I mean, I can't expect supers by second pack. Witch's Apprentice. I love that we have this card, because this card just came out in physical Yu-Gi-Oh! Like the Link Monster version, so that's really cool. We have Phantom Bouncer. Interesting. And then we have Moonlit Papillon. Nice looking card. On to the next. What do we have here? We get a Morpho Butter Spy. Interesting. Insector Ladybug. And Naturia Horn Needle. I did not realize we had new Naturias. What does this thing do? When your opponent special summons a monster, you can tribute one face of Naturia monster you control, except this card, to just destroy the special summon monster. That's not bad. Naturias are really good at swarming the field, and if you can get this on the field with at least one more monster, you can really ruin the opponent's day. Then the problem is, they still get their summon, which means if you're going up against for hires, they're still going to get their effects. So, it's a bit hit or miss. Alright, what do we have next? Show me something good. We have Crossbreed. This is a brand new card. This just came out in TCG like 2 weeks ago. Banish 2 monsters from your hand and or face up from the field with the same original type and attribute, but different names. And add one monster with the same original type and attribute as those monsters, but a different name from your deck to your hand. That's kind of interesting. You can actually get you can actually search light machines with this card using Cyber Style, right? Because they have type of, you know, machine and light attribute. So you banish, because it doesn't say anything about level, you can touch any light machine with this card. That's kind of wild, of course, if you run Cyberstar. Then moving on, we have Pulling the Rug, a counter trap. Negate the activation of an effect monster whose effect is activated when a monster was normal summoned or set, even itself, and destroy that effect monster. That's so specific, I don't think it's going to see play. And then we have Insector Hopper. Interesting stuff. Moving on to our next pack. Still no supers, we should have got one by now, I reckon. Vampire's Domain. Naturia White Oak. What does this card do? When this card is targeted by an opponent's card effect, you can send this face-up card you control to the graveyard to special summon 2 level 4 or lower Naturia monsters from your deck. They cannot declare an attack and are destroyed during the end phase. Yo! That's actually not bad, because if you have this on the field, he gets targeted by, let's say, you know, for hire, Marksman for hire. Then you summon the other 2, and then when Marksman tries to special something else, or something tries to special summon something else, you can actually tribute your other monster after getting out the Needle Boy. Horn Needle, was it called? And then you can actually destroy that third monster, so it's not too bad. Then we have Cyber Ogre, which takes Cyber Ogre 1 and 2 Cyber Ogres to get Cyber Ogre 2. That makes the most sense. Must be connected with the above materials. When this card attacks, it gains attack equal to half the attack of the attack target during damage calc. That's actually really good. Whoa, that's actually pretty good. I mean, there's so many ways to get around it, but for a fusion monster, that's some pretty good stuff. I like that. Here we go. We get some Mad Karibos. No glow though. So it looks like we're getting baited. Insector Ant once again, Blade Bouncer, and then we have Insector Excalibur once more. Alright, come on, we can't get no supers or ultras in our first set. There's no way. Final Injection, Crossbreed once again, and Vampire Takeover. Now sadly, the Vampires didn't get their best spell and trap. Vampire Domination, it's a counter trap, and it's absolutely amazing. But I know why, because it'd be way too broken. We have Dread Scythe Harvester. You can choose one insect monster to have this card gain 500 attack. Yeah, pretty standard. Vampire Grimson and Haidhane. Is this Haidhane like to the next level? It is. you can return up to 3 monsters on the field to the owner's hand. That's kind of crazy, but just like Noble Man Eater Bug, this card requires requires a tribute, which means it's basically 2 monsters. It's a weird world. Unless you want to run stray lambs, that's kind of wild. I didn't read that card, but I think we already got one. Extra net. If a monster is special summon from the extra deck, the opponent of the player that conducted the special summon can apply this effect, draw 1 card. Okay, so Field Spell basically says, hey, your opponent or anyone summons a special monster, an extra monster from the extra deck, then you can the opponent can draw a card. Berserk Scales. Target one face-up monster you control, except the monster that is attacking directly. It gains 1,000 attack. Also, it cannot attack your opponent directly for the rest of this turn. During the end phase of this turn, it loses 2,000 attack. Interesting. And that's a permanent effect. It'll lose that 1,000, that extra 1,000 permanently. That's kind of crazy. Interesting card though. And it looks like we do go 2 sets without getting getting a full set of 10 without getting any supers or ultras. So we have Insector Ant, Insector Earwig, and Elemental Hero Necroid Shaman. I'm happy to have this because I believe we do have all the cards we need for this. What's its thing? You let you target one monster. When it's special summon, target one monster your opponent controls, destroy that target, then special summon one monster from your opponent's graveyard to your side of the field, or to their side of the field. Oh, okay. So you basically replace one of their monsters with another one of their monsters. I mean, it's not that bad, but this is really bad. This pool here is actually terrible because we got absolute garbage in terms of supers or ultras. But we're going for another set of 10, and hopefully this next set will be much luckier, and hopefully that is the truth. We're starting off pretty poorly. Vampire Crimson, Crossbreed, and Pyramid of Wonders. It can you spell all zombie monsters, or the zombie type monsters you control, gain 200 attack for each monster your opponent controls. If exactly one zombie monster you control and no other cards will be destroyed, you can send this card to the graveyard instead. Not bad. I don't think it'll see play, but not bad. Insector Earwig, Greed Quasar. The original attack and defense are each equal to its level times 300. This monster's level is increased by the level of the monster it destroys by battle. Oh, yo, I want to use this. Is kind of crazy. Yeah, what's its base? So 300 by what's that? 7? It's 2100 starting point, and then it can get stronger. That's actually pretty cool. I really like that. Another Horn Needle. I want to try out that card. That card seems really cool. All right, next pack. Another Witch's Apprentice, Insector Giga Cricket, and another Horn Needle. We have a place of Horn Needle. We're ready for the return of Naturias. I don't know if you guys remember when Naturias were meta, but those were dark times. Once per turn, you can target. Oh, this is an Insector card. A variable form. Once per turn, you can activate one of these effects. Target 2 face-up Insector monsters you control. Equip one to the other, or target one Insector monster you control that is an equip card and special summon it. Interesting. I like that. It's kind of like Pendulum Switch, but not for pendulums. Morpho Butterspire once again, and Insector Orb, another Insector Trap card. There's a lot of There's a lot of Insector support in this box, so maybe I might end up building that instead because these seem pretty great. I think they only have one. They have one Ultra Rare, and I think they have two supers or one super. I'm not sure. Insector Earwig, Phantom Bouncer, and Cyber Ogre. Now we get the rare card that we need to use to make Cyber Ogre 2. But by the looks of it, we're not going to be able to build any deck from this set because it doesn't want to give me any super rares. The variable form, Insector Orb, and Vampire's Desire. Activate one of these effects. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Send one vampire monster from your deck to the graveyard with a different level than that monster. And if you do, the targeted monster becomes the level of that set monster in the graveyard until the end of this turn. That's kind of interesting. I'm not sure why that would help you. Oh no, it's target one face-up monster you control. For a second I thought it was opponent's control. Anyway, target one vampire monster in your graveyard. Send one other monster you control to the graveyard. And if you do special summon the target monster, you can only activate one vampire's desire per turn. So you have a bit of a monster reborn here, which is it's all right. I think this card might come in handy when we get synchros eventually, which will be a really fun time. We'll see how it goes. Greed Quasar once again, pulling the rug, and Berserk Scales. We're getting all these repeats, but we're not. Yo, are we about to go a second set of 10 without a super or ultra? Because if so, that's ridiculous. Final Injection, Byrod's Sacrifice, and Cyber Ogre 2. All right, come on, give me something, game. No? Okay, that's fun. Final Injection, Blade Balancer, and Goblin Decoy Squad. When this card inflicts bad damage to your opponent, you can draw one card. If this card attacks, it is changed to defense position at the end of the battle phase. This card's battle position cannot be changed until the end of your next turn, except with the card effect. Okay, so it's basically Goblin Attack Force, except it's much weaker, but if it does damage, you get to draw a card. Not bad. Not bad. I like it. I respect it. And it looks like, ladies and gentlemen, we are not getting a super or ultra rare card in our second set of 10 either, which means this box is about to be fire. Now, I believe that's partially due to the fact that they increased the number of packs. So if you guys notice, we've already opened 20 packs, but we're still at 80 packs because now mini boxes have 100 packs instead of 80 packs. And I think they only bumped the number of supers / ultras up by 1 card. They added a third ultra rare card, and I believe the supers are still the same amount of the same number of cards. So seems like we're being baited. But let's put our Scarlet Scourge back on the screen. Hopefully, actually, no, he's not been giving us luck. We're going to get our Interplanetary Purpley Thorny Dragon to give us some luck. Why? Because, I don't know, I like this card. My friend used to run it back when we first started playing TCG again, and it did him well for quite a while before he started, being a good player, lol. Anyway. Final Injection, Pulling the Rug, and Moonlit Papillon? I think I said that wrong every single time. Anyway. Next up, Vampire's Domain, Elemental Hero Necro Shaman, and Vampire Vamp. So something new. We have another Vampire card. And it has a very long effect. So I might get to that when I figure out exactly how these cards work and make a deck around them. We'll see what happens. Next up we have Crossbreed, Extra Net, and Exactor Orb. Honestly, I kind of want to go through 30 packs without a super or ultra rare because that'd be insane. Like, that'd be next level. Let's see how it goes. Exactor Giga Cricket, Pyramid of Wonders, and Vampire's Desire. I honestly want to see. Okay, we're probably going to get a super rare right now. There's no way we're not. Oh my god, we're not. Morpho, Butterspire, Byroad Sacrifice, and Cyber Ogre. I mean, we're getting our Cyber Ogres. This has to be something. It has to be something. This is our 26th pack in the box. And it still might not be something. Have I been cursed? What is happening? Exactor Ladybug, Extra Net, and Exactor Hopper. Come on. 28th pack of the set. Oh my, you're kidding me, right? Crossbreed, there's no way. What? This is insanity. Notorious Spiderfang. Ew, that's cute, I like this. This card cannot declare an attack unless your opponent activates a spell, trap, or monster effect. What? Interesting, I like it though. Berserk Scales, Vampire's Desire. Alright. Are we really going 30 packs? Oh, we finally have something. Do we? Yo, maybe Zane's my bad luck. Now the Spider-Fang and the Tree of White Oak and Vampire Retainer. Like, okay, we got something. At least it's a vampire related card. That's what we're looking for. I'm not gonna be superstitious. I was gonna say I'm gonna be superstitious and change my pulling character. But you know what? It's fine. We're gonna leave it. I used to always change my character to someone who I thought would give me good luck. But now we're not doing that anymore. So 30th pack was a super rare. Is 31st pack also a super rare? I doubt it. Morpho Butterspy, Extra Net, and it is. We have Hammer Bouncer. So we get a few different Bouncer cards in this box. I'm not sure how big the archetype is throughout the set, but I'm definitely keen to try it out. They seem pretty interesting. I read that card earlier, and he's a pretty cool looking card. He's a very cool looking card. He's about not having spell and traps on the field. So I mean, I can do that. Dead Sight and Cyber Ogre. Instead of running, spells and traps, just run like Karibos and stuff. It'll be a fun time. Empire of Scarlet. Next pack at 33, we're getting Zeta Ant, Greed Quasar, and Moonlit Papillon. Yeah, okay. I've definitely said it wrong every single time I've seen that card. Come on, give me something good. Give me something spicy. Just kidding. Don't bother. Insecta Ant, Byroad Sacrifice, and another Hate Hane. Or is it Hade Hane? I don't know. I just call it Hane Hane. I could be wrong. Naturia White Oak. Notorious Spiderfang, and Berserk Scales. Alright, come on. There has to be something good here. We get Mithra the Thunder Vassal. So this card is, I believe, the ideal tribute for our new Thunder Monarch, which we haven't pulled yet, but it's cool to have. I doubt I'll ever use it. Just one of those things. Next pack. Exactor Ant, Phantom Bouncer, and Pyramid of Wonders. Next one, a Vampire Crimson, Necro Shaman, and Vampire Takeover. So we're getting plays. Come on, give us another one. Give us another one. We definitely deserve another. Okay, apparently not. Witch's Apprentice, Morpho Butterspy, and Notoria Horn Needle. We have 4 of those now. Come on. Give it to us. Yes, give it to us. Give me the cover card. Could that be the cover card? It's a monster, which means it could be the ultra. It's actually probably one of the very few boxes that have all of the ultras being the same type of card. Phantom Bouncer, Extra Net, and come on, Vampire Scourge, my dude. Never mind. I was blessed by the purpley thorny dragon. I can't complain. If a monster you control is a battle lore card effect and send to the graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. So that's not too bad. Literally, this card is always going to be useful in your hand. It's always going to be something. Because let's be honest, monsters getting show a battle and card effect happen a lot in this game. There's very few ways to get rid of threats without doing that. But still, we got 3 in this last set, so that's pretty nice. Let's go on for a few more. At least one more? No, at least 2 more. We'll go at least another 10 packs. I said I'd do 50. No. Did I say do 60? I don't know how many I said I was going to do. But we're at least going to hit 50, and we'll see how we go from there. I'm happy with the purpley thorny, Dead Sight, Vampire's Domain, and Pyramid of Wonders. What's up next? Give me some... I want to see some spells, man. I want to see some spells. Witch's Apprentice, Insector Earwig, and Insector Orb. Come on. I know you want to give me the vampire cards. I mean, I probably don't know this. And they're probably not even that good. We got a Swallowtail Butterspy. I hope those cards are good, because if they're not, I've got so many of them, and I'm just kind of digging a hole for myself. Insector Earwig, Vampire's Domain, and another Excalibur. What's up next? Variable form, Insector Earwig, and Insector Hopper. We definitely have a bunch of Insectors. The thing is, if we're missing the Super and the Ultra, I bet the deck doesn't even work, period. So, it's going to be one of those things. Insector Gig Cricket, a Butterspy, and a Vampire Vamp. We got a decent amount of Vampire cards. We're just missing, like, the good ones, you know? Can we get another good one? Apparently not. We do get Vampire Kingdom, though. That's not bad. It's a super rep. Can't complain. Zombie type monsters gain 500 attack during damage calculation only. Once per turn when a card is sent from your opponent's deck to the graveyard. Target one card in the field. Send one dark vampire monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard. And if you destroy that target. Interesting. So, if you mill your opponent while Vampire Kingdom, the field, you get to destroy another card as well as send one of your vampire cards to the graveyard. And a lot of them do good stuff in the graveyard, so it's a pretty good card. I like that. All right, give me the Vampire Familiar so I can reset the box. No, okay. Apprentice and another Hada Hain. Hain. I don't know how to say that card anymore. It's bamboozled me too many times. Ladybug, the sword, another Vampire Vamp, and then nothing else, man. Nothing else. I was hoping we can get lucky, but apparently that's not the way. We're going to go, for, like I said, for one final set of 10. If we pull either the Familiar or the Scarlet Scourge, I'll be very, very, very happy. Let's see how we do. I think we can do pretty well. I'm looking forward to it. Right now, the odds are in our favor. Because, of course, we've gone through so many packs and there's still so many Supers and Ultras left in the box. We're going to just keep skipping now instead of reading every single card name. Nothing special here. We got another Vampire card. We got plenty of those already. Nothing special about this pack either. Some more Vampire, a good amount of Vampire cards. Again, the ones we already have, which is whatever. 4 packs deep, nothing yet. It looks like the game does not want us to have any fun, which doesn't surprise me. This game loves to torture me after I have success in the box. Just kidding. Could this be our Scarlet Scourge or Vampire Familiar? I'm happy with either one of the two. It's just kidding. It's neither of them. We have another Greed Quasar, Phantom Bowser, and we have Bashing Shield. Equipped only to a normal summoned / set monster, it gains 1000 attack, and you take no battle damage from attacks involving it. So that's not too bad. I think that's something pretty good that you could probably try and run with Amazonas, because that'll help you get over bigger threats and do damage rather than getting binned. But at the same time, I don't think it's really necessary because they do have all the other protection. But the no battle damage thing is good if you really don't want to run. What's that card called? What's that skill called? Holy Guard. If you're not a fan of Holy Guard, this card can kind of get you that effect, but I think Holy Guard's probably better than running that card. Still, it's pretty cool. Most cards these days, or most cards, do get normal summon sets, so it's a good equip. Another Cyber Ogre 2. I don't think I got my 3rd copy of Cyber Ogre. I need that, man. Otherwise, I can't build the cheeky Cyber Ogre deck. Because the fact that it can effectively attack over anything that has at least 150 times, 1.5 times its attack is pretty crazy. At most. Vampire's Domain, Zeta Ladybug, and Cyber. There we go! We ask and we shall receive, unless we're asking for something good. Then Konami says, no, that's not going to happen. Alright. Final Injection, Cyber Ogre 2, and Vampire Takeover. And the last pack is another bait pack. Just kidding, there's Hieroglyphics, maybe something good. Just kidding, nothing good. A Quasar, Bio Sacrifice, and another Cyber. So many Cyber Ogre 2s. Alright. So, the luck streak is still going. I said I was going to do 3,000 gems. But we're doing 3,500. Let's go. Let's jump into it. I think I have a feeling. I feel a feeling that I'm going to get the last few Vampire cards in this. And I'm probably not going to be able to buy out the full set and get enough Vampire cards. But we're going to try. Crossbreed, Vampire Takeover, and Vampire's Desire. What do we have next? We have... Come on, give me something good. Bouncer, Injection, and a bloody goblin dude thing. Nothing special here. We have a foil. It is a foil Insector Gigamantis. So this card might actually come in handy for us. Again, these have such a big effect. I'm going to read them in my own time, and maybe I'll come through with the deck profile if I get enough of the cards. But I'm happy with this. Maybe we can pull a copy of the Ultra. Let's see how it goes. We have a Giga Cricket, we have a Butter Spot, and we have an Insector Orb. Alright, what's next, box? We have another Super, potentially Ultra, or potentially nothing good at all. It's just a foil trap card, Cyber Shadow Gardener. This is a pretty cool card. I believe it. You can summon. It's a trap monster, and its attack matches things that it attacks. Yeah. If this card is selected as an attack target, the attack and defense of this card become the attack and defense of the attacking monster. And then if this card is set in the field. Wait. Oh yeah, this card is set in the spell and trap zone during your opponent's end phase. So it basically gets put back down. You can flip it back up again and just do some fun stuff. It's really, really cool. I like it. All right. Moving on to our next pack, we have nothing special once again because the game does not want to treat us with some nice cards. Come on, this has to be another set of 10 where we have a good amount of supers and ultras. Oh, apparently not. Alright, pack number 8. Come on, give it to us. Just kidding, that's nothing. That's another Cyber Shadow Gardener. Pack number 9 is also a good hollow to nothing. A third Cyber Shadow. I knew it. Before I even clicked it, I knew it. Because what else was it going to be? And then 10th pack is another great bait. Dude, am I going even deep? Yo, okay. Right now, we are sitting on 6 supers / ultras in 30 packs, which means 1 in 5 chance to pull them. I mean, we're already so deep. I might as well keep going. But this is going to be the last set. I can't go any lower than 1500 gems. I just want to be able to get at least the last Insector card, the ultra rare, or the vampire cards, because then I can actually build some stuff. So just going to kind of spam click through these a little bit. See what we can get. Witch's Apprentice, Centurion Spiderfang, and Goblin Decoy Squad. Nothing from this pack either. Nothing from this pack either. I literally have no faith in single Kuribohs anymore. Oh, we have a 3. We have something that looks like it's going to be something pretty spectacular. We have a Bam. Could it be an Ultra? It might be an Ultra. Variable Form, Greed Crazer, and the chase card in the pack is Scarlet Scourge. Alright, I'm happy with that. If this card is normal special summon, you can pay 1000 life points and target one vampire monster in your graveyard except the same card and special summon it, but it cannot attack this turn. You can only use the effect of Vampire Scarlet Scourge once per turn. At the end of the battle phase, if this card destroyed an opponent's monster by battle, you can special summon them from the graveyard to your field. That's kind of crazy. I really like this card. I'd love to give it a go. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we can get some more luck in this set of 10 as well, because I'd love that to be the case. If we can get Vampire Familiar, we'll be in really good shape. Could this be him? Right here. Definitely not. Before it is, that'd be pretty crazy. Another Hane. Another Hane, not Hane. I'm bamboozling myself with these names. Come on. All I ask of you, Konami, is Vampire Familiar. That's all I ask of you. Could this be him? Could this be my Vampire Familiar? Please? Ooh, we get Zarborg the Thunder Monarch. I can't complain about this because this card obviously works with the other super rare that we got, the Light Vassal, the Thunder Vassal. So this is super cool. And it's a really cool card. If this card is Tribute Summon, target one card in the field, one monster in the field just for that target. I quite like that. The only downside to it is that it has to resolve this effect. Like, you have to target a monster in the field. So if your opponent has nothing on the field, you summon this guy, he destroys himself, which is not a fun time. But still, really cool that we have the Thunder Monarch. I'm really happy about that, because we've had a few. I believe we have the Fire, and we have the Water Monarch? The Dark Monarch? I don't even know what we have anymore. Anyway, that's going to be it for this box opening. We got a decent amount in the last few, and I mean, honestly, we could probably finish off the box. But is there much point to it? I really don't feel like there is. I mean, we are missing some pretty crucial cards. I guess. I mean, these two just kind of special themselves for free, but I don't know how easy it's going to be to get vampire cards out in the field, or with what, you know, spells and traps you might need. It could be fun, though, to do a, do one of these purchases. I wonder how much money I have on Steam. Or should we just do it? I mean, it's 4 packs. It's just 4 packs. Let's see. I have 0 money on Steam. That's semi-unfortunate. Can I have to add $5. So we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. Since I have no money on Steam, we're not going to do it. Maybe at a later date if I feel like I need these cards to buff up these decks. But as it stands right now, That's going to be this pack opening, but we will go over a few of the other cards that we missed. And I think this card is one of the best, one of the most desirable cards in the set. It's Flash of the Forbidden Spell. And this card's actually pretty interesting because it works really well against our current meta. Activate only when all of your opponent's monster card zones are occupied by monsters. Destroy all monsters on the opponent's side of the field. Now this, it's basically a Raigeki, right? Except there has to be a special condition that's filled. And having all of your opponent's monster zones occupied is quite easy. Because with, for hires, of course, they always have their monster field filled. They always want to have it filled. And even if they have a, Wiz on the field, you just play any other spell card, and then flash, and then you can blow them up, which is pretty crazy. And of course, this is a really good way to break out of the, what's his name? Dyna's his name. Dyna, the Dyna lock, where if you have 2 Dyna, you can't attack any monster. This is a good way to break out of it. And of course, Amazonists also fill their board. They want to have their princess, they want to have their queen, they want to have something else in the field, maybe something that can destroy back row, like the Sage, I don't know. They like to have a lot of monsters on the field because they don't really get destroyed. And if you can just boom, Flash of the Forbidden Spell, you can actually blow them back. They'll have nothing on the field, and you can just jump straight into it and hopefully go for game. I think the card's pretty useful. As for the other card that we missed, another really decent, like, kind of random chase card. It's a really good, like, kind of monster trap in a way. If this card is attacked by a monster after damage calculation, return that monster to the hand. I think it's really cool. 1850 defense is pretty decent. I mean, it's nothing compared to our big monsters or, like, the current game. But 1850 is pretty good defense, and the fact that you can kind of balance something is really good because a lot of monsters are hard to get back on the field or can require a pretty heavy amount of resources to get. And so War of Illusion's a pretty decent card. Otherwise, I think this set is mostly just for people who want to build Inzektas or Vampires. The staple cards in this set aren't really that great. And I think what I'll do in the future is maybe next week or towards the end of the week, I'll make a video kind of discussing whether or not you should spend your gems on this box. We'll see how it goes. I don't know if you guys are keen. Right now, I'll probably hold out because I don't think there's anything too crazy, but I'm yet to read through all of the cards, so we'll see what happens. Either way, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. And of course, you guys, if you want to see me jump into PvP with some decks made from the cards I obtained from this box, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well, because those videos will be coming very, very soon. As long as I have a decent amount of cards to actually make the deck function, which I'm sure I do. Either way, guys, I want to thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful day.